Hey guys, looking for new war games? Then you've come to the right place. We're starting the list with Black Vultures Prey of Greed, a new first-person shooter in development by This Means War Studio, a subsidiary of We Made. The game takes place in a world where modern warfare has dragged on for years, forcing soldiers to fight for survival and wealth. The game features an AI-based combat system developed in collaboration with NVIDIA. This technology, known as NVIDIA ACE, creates AI-powered autonomous teammates, NPCs, and enemies, adding a new layer of realism and challenge to the game. Players can choose from 3 independent factions, each with their own goals and motivations. The psychological warfare between these factions is a central element of the game.
Contact. Armor. Beast inbound. Hold your position. Keep your head on a swivel.
Hey, how much is the bounty on a tank again? Should we take it out before we bail?
This place is about to be glassed. We need to keep moving.
Fuck off, Viper. Pipe down for a sec.
Suit yourself. Going silent.
Bravo 2, Javelin. Send it. Viper! I need a hand here, man!
On it. Move behind the house. 6 o'clock. Double time it. Move. Well, this just got worse. We need to get out of the kill zone. We're fucked. Incoming.
No.
The next game in the Battlefield franchise, still without an official title, is in development by Electronic Arts and promises to be a landmark for the series, focusing on returning to the franchise's roots, especially inspired by Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. The controversial specialist system from Battlefield 2042 has been scrapped. The new game returns to the traditional class system, Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon, which is considered the core of the franchise. This ensures more defined roles on the battlefield. EA is investing in Battlefield Labs to ensure continuous community feedback, aiming for a more polished release that aligns with player expectations. There is no official confirmation about the graphics engine, but rumors suggest the game may use an updated version of the Frostbite engine, used in previous games in the series, or even a new graphics engine. '83 is a massive online multiplayer first-person tactical shooter set in a Cold War scenario that escalated into open conflict in 1983. Developed by Blue Dot Games, the game aims to offer accessible realism, providing an intense and strategic experience without being overly complex or punishing, allowing players to jump into the action quickly. The development team includes members who worked on previous titles in the Rising Storm series and the Red Orchestra franchise, known for their accessible realism. The game takes place in an alternate history of 1983, where the Cold War between the United States, NATO, and the Soviet Union, Warsaw Pact, escalates into full-blown armed conflict. The narrative is centered on realistic battles, with maps based on European locations, and features a focus on historical authenticity in the equipment, weapons, and vehicles of the era, but with an accessible approach to attract both hardcore and casual players. Broken Arrow is a real-time strategy game set to be released in June 2025. Developed by Slitherine, the game takes place in a modern warfare setting, with large-scale combat on urban maps. Players need to capture airports, bases, and other objectives like refineries, navigating cities filled with buildings, shopping malls, and civilian infrastructure. The game offers a variety of units, including tanks, planes, and infantry, which can be customized in various ways, resulting in over 1,500 possible combinations. The maps are based on real locations, reinforcing realism. Examples include industrial ports, refineries, cities with skyscrapers, shopping malls, and air bases. Weather and terrain conditions also influence gameplay, adding tactical complexity. Front RTS is a real-time strategy game being developed by independent developer Dimitri, also known as RTS Demon. The game is currently available for pre-order on the Steam platform and promises a classic RTS experience with elements of grand strategy, procedural world generation, and a non-linear campaign. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where three powerful factions fight for control of scarce resources. Each faction possesses a unique super weapon that can destroy cities, spread incurable diseases, or transport entire armies to the abyss. Front RTS offers players a variety of strategic options, from resource management and base building to commanding armies and using super weapons. The game also features a procedural world generation system, meaning each match will be unique and challenging. Kingmakers is a sandbox action and strategy game that puts players in the role of a time traveler who returns to medieval England to change the course of a bloody war and perhaps prevent the apocalypse. The game is currently in development by Redemption Road and will be published by TinyBuild. Kingmakers promises a unique experience that combines elements of third-person shooting, strategy, and base building. Players can build their own kingdom, lead an army of thousands of soldiers in real-time simulated battles, and use an arsenal of modern weapons to change the course of history. Each battle is a real-time simulation with thousands of soldiers fighting simultaneously. Up to 3 friends can lead their own armies and join the conquest in online co-op mode. Medic. Pacific War is a simulation game set in World War II that puts players in the shoes of an American field medic fighting on the Pacific Front. The game focuses on saving lives rather than killing enemies, offering a unique experience compared to other war games. Unlike many war games that emphasize combat, Medic Pacific War puts the player in the role of a medic who needs to treat the wounded amidst the chaos of war. Players must administer first aid, transport the wounded to the field hospital, and make difficult decisions about who to save in risky situations. The game takes place in a realistic war environment, with bombs falling from the sky and rifle shots cutting through the air. Players must navigate a chaotic battlefield, avoid enemy fire, and treat the wounded efficiently. Over the Top. WW1 puts players in the heart of World War I, where they can fight as part of the Central Powers or the Triple Entente. The game offers massive multiplayer battles with up to 200 players or bots fighting simultaneously on a single battlefield. The game offers a melee combat system inspired by games like Mountain Blade Warband, which is easy to learn but difficult to master. Players can utilize a variety of weapons, including rifles, artillery, and even tanks, to defeat their enemies. The game's environment is fully destructible, allowing players to blow up bridges, knock down trees, open holes in walls, and destroy enemy fortifications. The game also features a dynamic weather system, with wind, rain, fog, and even lightning that can affect visibility and ballistics. PVKK, developed by Bit Studio, known for Dome Keeper, puts the player in a bunker filled with futuristic technology, controlling a colossal cannon to repel the space invasion. The game stands out for its retro-futuristic aesthetic, evoking classic science fiction films with a look reminiscent of the 80s and 90s. The player will have to monitor the skies, identify enemy forces, and operate the cannon to repel the invasion. The cannon is controlled by a complex interface with buttons and levers, requiring precision and strategy to hit targets. In addition to action and strategy, PVK includes elements of management and customization of the player's bunker. The bunker serves as a base of operations, and can be upgraded and adapted between missions, becoming a safe haven amidst the chaos of the space conflict. Trench Tales is a third-person action game with a focus on story, set in a dark alternate world between World War I and World War II. The game promises a unique experience, combining elements of horror, action, and survival in a reimagined historical setting. The player takes on the role of a lone warrior, summoned to a desolate realm by enigmatic forces. His mission is to unravel the mystery of his summoning, confront the evil powers that brought him there, and find a way back to his world. Trench Tales features a tactical combat system that combines conventional weapons with supernatural powers. Players can unlock unique abilities such as slowing down time, unleashing explosive energy, and healing wounds quickly. The setting of Trench Tales is one of its strengths, with gothic and haunting landscapes that evoke the dark and brutal atmosphere of World War I. Veil of Ashes is a real-time tactics title in development by the independent studio Greifenmeyer based in southern Germany. Set in a dark steampunk universe with post-apocalyptic elements, the game promises intense tactical battles, both in single-player and multiplayer modes. Veil of Ashes takes place in a devastated world in the 19th century, in an alternate timeline where a catastrophic event, called the Inferno, occurred on July 13th, 1704. This event transformed large areas of Earth into ash deserts rich in psinium, a valuable resource that fuels industry and war. The sky is covered by a gray veil, and brazier and firestorms make vast regions uninhabitable. The game's map shows a redesigned Europe with altered borders and uninhabitable areas due to the ash deserts, which adds a strategic element to the competition for viable territories. Wraith Ops is a tactical, multiplayer first-person shooter in development by Grassroots Studio, based in the UK, and published by Team 17 Digital Limited. Previously known as Project Wraith, the game was officially renamed Wraith Ops in March 2025. It promises to bring an intense combat experience focused on tactical mechanics, teamwork, and a nostalgic approach that harkens back to the roots of classic FPS games, avoiding elements considered frustrating in modern games. Wraith Ops is described as a dynamic and tactical FPS designed to offer satisfying gunplay, fast movement, and objective-based combat with a focus on skill and teamwork. The game emphasizes precise gunplay, fluid movement, and objective-based combat that requires coordination between players. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you next time.